Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Ferris State Hockey, joined by assistant coach Dave Cencer. And Dave, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
Exciting weekend for the Bulldogs this past weekend. You hosted Bowling Green. Nice to be back at home at the Everglades Ice Arena.
It certainly was. You know, it's been kind of the second half of the year. We had one home weekend, but we've made some long road trips up to Alaska and to Bemidji, Minnesota last weekend. So it felt great to be back at home playing in front of our home fans. And I think for the most part, you know, the guys really played with a lot of intensity and emotion this weekend.
I know maybe not the finish you wanted on Friday night in the opener, but certainly came back, put together an outstanding game on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, on Friday we kind of started off very well, and we had a one-goal lead, you know, kind of midway through the third period, and made a mistake taking a 5-minute penalty that cost us in the end. But for the most part, we were very happy with the way the guys played, and you know, sure, it was a disappointing loss, but I give them high marks, and especially the seniors and the leaders on the team to really, you know, quickly refocus on Saturday and get out there and play as well as they did, and really put forward one of our best efforts we've had from start to finish in a long, long time.
So go to the highlights here of the opening game on Friday night, live national TV game, and got off to a great start as we'll see Ferris State get the first goal from Tyler Andrew.
Yeah, Tyler Andrew, that's a great finish by him. Really, it was a great play from start to finish by Drew Mayer, kind of spread the zone, and then it was a great feed by Joe Rakowski too to find Tyler Andrew, who buried it and gave us the big first goal we were looking for.
1-0 going into the second period. Bowling Green will come back though and get a power play goal coming up here soon from Tyler Spezia.
Yeah, over the years he's a really good player, Spezia is, and he's really kind of been a thorn in our side at times. And you know, he has a lot of speed out there and a lot of skill, which is a tough combination. And it's always tough when you have to match up against him.
You're able to answer right back here shortly as Gerald Mayhew will get a goal assisted by Corey Mack and Jared Van Wormer. That line really had a nice weekend for you.
They sure did. The three of them are really clicked and played well together, and you know, they complement each other well. Jared Van Wormer started off this entire shift with a couple big hits to get possession of the puck for us, and then you know, from there it went on to the skills of Corey Mackin and then Gerald Mayhew to be able to finish it. Had
the one-goal lead going into the third period, and then Bowling Green will tie it up here, unfortunately, and send it to overtime.
Yeah, it was, again, you know, we were kind of felt like we were in control of the game and playing really, really very well until we took that 5-minute penalty. And even for the most part, you know, we did a great job killing it off. You know, they scored with about a minute left on it. And, you know, for the rest of regulation, though, we did play very well. You know, sometimes you get the bounces, sometimes you don't. And Bowling Green got one here in overtime.
Yeah, as you mentioned, quickly in overtime, kind of get the bounce, unfortunately, and you're not able to pull this one out.
Yeah, it was disappointing again, just because we were in such a good position, you know, and coming home and playing in front of a great home crowd, we really wanted to treat them to win. But you know, for the most part, we gave a great effort, and we were happy with a lot of the things on Friday. You know, a lot of the aspects of our game, we felt we just had to refocus quickly and get back at it Saturday.
How do you carry over a tough loss like that to get ready to play on Saturday night and try to bounce back and get a win?
Again, I think that just really it's a credit to our older players and our leaders, the guys that have been on this team when we've had a couple really good runs, and they knew we played well for the most part on Friday. And you know, those guys, Jared Van Wormer and you know Gerald Mayhew and Chad McDonald and Ryan Lowney, our four seniors, I think they really did a great job getting the guys refocused and just ready to play from start to finish on Saturday, and hats off to them, because when we hit the ice Saturday, they hit the ground running, and from start to finish, it was one of the better games we've played in a long time.
As we go to the highlights of Saturday's game, second game here in the weekend finale, you were outshot on Friday night, but certainly got off to a great start, had plenty of opportunities here in the first period.
Yeah, we really carried the play in the first period, and you know, it was just kind of a microcosm for the game. I think when we went back and watched the video yesterday, I think the final, we had the scoring chances at 17-4 in terms of the grade A chances for the game. So it's been a long time since we really had the ice tilted all night in our favor like that. But after the first period, it was a little frustrating just because we hadn't scored yet and we had played so well. But here we broke the ice with a great play by Taylor Fernandez, beating the defenseman wide and getting in front to Jason Tackett, a couple freshmen there. Just really doing a great job, and a good bang play in front of the net that gave us that first goal we were looking for.
Mitch Maloney will get the second here. Flurry of goals here in the second period. He scored 4 in the middle period.
Yeah, we did. We really finally were able to break that barrier and get a couple by them, and they were good goals, good finishes too. Mitch Maloney scored the one before on a great play by Jake Hetz, and here he digs the puck out and gets it to Drew Durani's on the wall, who found Chadwick down in front. And then another great finish by Gerald Mayhew. We've seen so many of those over the years where, just a goal scorer's goal. And at a crucial moment, we're up 3-0. We certainly are playing great, but we don't have the game under control. This is in the last minute of the period, and it was really kind of a really tough one, I think, for Bowling Green to deal with at that point, going into the intermission down 4-0.
Gerald Mayhew's 50th career goal, a guy that certainly finds the back of the net quite often.
Yeah, he does. He's got a knack for it, and in a league like ours where everything's so tight, when you can have a goal scorer like Gerald, it's a really valuable commodity for sure.
See Justin Kappelmaster making some saves for you. Then Jared Van Wormer here, the captain, gets a big goal for you.
Yeah, it certainly was a big goal, and the nice thing there was to see Van Wormer rewarded. He's a guy who consistently, he's on that line with Gerald Mayhew and Corey Mackin, and he's kind of the workhorse of that line, getting pucks and throwing his weight around, and it was nice to see him get on the scoreboard as well.
Bowling Green will get a few chances here, but again, Kappelmaster comes up big, had 19 saves to get his second career shutout.
Yeah, he played well, and definitely answered back from a tough loss on Friday, so hats off to him. And more than anything, I think it was a team shutout. It was one of those things where we really, we limited them to under 20 shots, which is tough to do, especially against a wide open team that plays a real fast-paced game like Bowling Green does. And then we really limited them in terms of the grade A scoring chances on the night too. So, it's one of those shutouts where certainly Justin did his job, but the credit goes to the entire team, I think, for that one.
You get the win and the points, and obviously now moving into 5th place in the WCHA. Just talk about where you're at now, heading into the final month of the regular season.
Yeah, we're right there. The top 4 teams will have home ice, and then the next 4 go on the road, and the bottom 2 teams don't make the playoffs. So we like where we're sitting right now. We have 3 big weekends left. We're off this weekend, which is a nice chance to kind of rest up after some of the travel we had. Then we go up to Michigan Tech and then come back home against Alaska Anchorage and finish off on the road against Lake Superior State. So we have a tough road home for sure, but we certainly like it. If we can continue to play the way we have in the second half, but especially the way we played Saturday, we think we're trending the right way heading into the last month of the regular season.
You mentioned this week off before you go to Michigan Tech. How do you handle this week off in terms of practice and obviously the strength and conditioning, which you kind of oversee?
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing in terms of the strength and conditioning aspect of it, because we're able to use our time this week to spend some extra time in the weight room that we really couldn't otherwise. So, we'll be in there 3 or 4 times this week, which is almost unheard of at this time of the season. So hopefully that gives us a little bit of a boost going into the last month of game action ahead. And then, we'll get on the ice a couple times, kind of work on fundamentals, work on some conditioning, things like that. But more than anything, it'll be strength and conditioning, and rest will be the focus this week. And then we'll get back at it next Monday, getting ready to head up to Michigan Tech.
Michigan Tech, February 10th and 11th, and back at home, final regular season home weekend against Alaska Anchorage on the 17th and 18th, and looking forward to seeing the Bulldogs in more action.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting last couple weekends here, and the season flies by so quickly once you get into the grind of it, but it'll be fun to be back home too for that weekend and play Alaska Anchorage, and really, I believe senior night will be that Saturday, so to honor our seniors who have had such a great 4 years here at Ferris. They've taken us to a couple championships, the Elite 8 a couple times, so it'll be a fun weekend for sure.
Well, thanks, Dave, for being with us.
Thank you, Rob.
That's going to do it for Ferris Sports Update. Follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.